Find the latest Godzilla figures and more. Link in the description down below. Big Bad Toy Store has your cover. So what are you waiting for? Get those Godzilla figures right now. Link in the description down below. Now, when it comes to articulation, this figure has a lot to offer, but I did notice that due to his material, I don't know if it's because it's translucent, I noticed that this figure is more stiff than the original, and there's a bigger gap on mine, on this side specifically. Turning it over to this side, there doesn't seem to be a big gap like the other side. So yeah, I noticed that the difficult part about this is moving his legs. You guys can see that they don't really seem to move like the original one does, and I'm not sure if that's due to material like I told you guys, or because it's brand new, it's stiff and all of that. But keep in mind there is a big gap on mine right here. Now this could be different for yours. On yours it could be on this side, or exactly like on mine. Now if you do hear some noise in the background, excuse me for that. The neighbors are super loud. But for leg articulation, I will be demonstrating all the articulation that this figure has to offer at this moment. Now keep in mind, articulation can be different depending how stiff your figure is. I do recommend you to get a blow dryer and use that on your figure. That would be a lot easier. Or simply just put it on water. That is always helpful. Get some hot water and leave it there for a few minutes or even a few seconds. Don't overdo it so it's not that loose, but you get your traditional articulation as the original. You guys already know how the original Godzilla 2019 works. Now the differences on this figure is obviously you have this poster version. It is meant to represent Godzilla on his supercharged version when he powers up with that nuclear radiation. So this is exactly what you have right here. Now a lot of people might be asking, do a comparison with the Spitfire 2014. Unfortunately, I don't have that version anymore, but I can tell you right now that they are definitely not the same. The Spitfire version was completely blue. On this one, you do have hints of black and shiny blue with metallic silver. It's translucent. His eyes, you guys can see how it's fully blue, just like in the movie. His tongue is fully translucent blue. His chest, you guys see that beautiful blue around there. You guys can see how it's translucent around here. His legs, this figure definitely appears to be more translucent than the past version with the Spitfire version. The Spitfire version was covered on a full black, like around here and all that, but this one you can definitely tell it has a lighter translucent plastic used on this figure, so the light hits better on this figure. Overall articulation, as I told you guys, it's the same as the original, nothing different. Depending on your figure, it can be looser or stiff. Now something that I do love about this figure is that it comes with a lot of things, as you see in the background. You do have this extra atomic breath. It's the same one used as the 2014, nothing different, 2019. So in order to attach this, it comes with an extra mouthpiece right here. So all you have to do is detach his head. Oh, something else that I did forget to say is that apparently on mine the mouth doesn't fully close, and that is because it's stiff or it has some type of pain inside of his mouth. So That is a problem for me. It's not fully closing. You guys see how it keeps popping back out. Alrighty guys, so I'm back attaching the secondary piece right here. Now after you do that, all you have to do is get the atomic breath. Well, first, let's just attach this head right here. And now you have to pose and looking up. And then all you have to do is attach his atomic breath, and there you go. You have this beautiful, beautiful piece going up just like that. It is very beautiful. This one, it seems to be holding its pose even better without having to attach the atomic breath over and over again. For me, the original one kept on falling off, or it just wouldn't attach. So this is a better improvement from what I can tell. Articulation for me, it's more stiff, as I told you guys. So all you have to do is detach the secondary mouthpiece. You want to pose him with his atomic breath or without the atomic breath. It depends how you guys want to display your figure. Now this is a very limited run. It is a special poster color version of Godzilla 2019. It is not going to be your traditional exclusive where you can probably get this in different item shops or whatever. This is going to be super limited, and if you didn't pre-order yours back in the day, it is going to be much difficult to get your hands on one right now due to the price being increased. Send this beautiful 2019 Godzilla. It comes with the special DVD collector's case right there. It comes with this beautiful box, the poster version. You get two different posters right here, showing you guys later on this video. Now for a lot of people wondering how translucent is this figure, well, hopefully this gives you a good idea how translucent Godzilla 2019 poster version is. It is fully translucent, and you guys can see how the light goes through this figure. It's just very beautiful. It honestly looks beautiful. You cannot go wrong with this figure. Now let's take a look at this. Now this features the DVD, Blu-ray, and special features with the Ultra 4K HDR set. Now, some people were concerned and telling me, oh no, this is fully Japanese. Now, the only problem that I do find with this set is that yes, it is Japanese with words, but if you're watching it and you want to enjoy this movie in English, that is an option. It has English and Japanese, whatever you want to see. The only problem is you'll get lost in the menu. So finding your way to changing the language from Japanese to English could be difficult, but you'll get used to it. Ghidorah is your special features disc. Rodan is your Ultra 4K HDR disc for your capable TV. Mothra is your regular DVD disc. Godzilla is your Blu-ray disc. Now I must confess, this feels very worth it for me. Out of every purchase that I made in 2019 and 2020, this feels just right. When you purchase this, you feel so happy with everything that you're getting included in this package. The special features with the DVDs, Blu-ray, 4K, the covers, the posters. The figure itself feels very beautiful, unlike some figures that I bought that were much expensive, and it feels like, yeah, I just wasted so much money all for nothing. In this case, it feels the opposite. It feels very good. This little book here features cutscenes from Godzilla King of the Monsters and promotional posters that were given out in theaters, such as the 4DX, IMAX, and regular theaters. People might be curious about this poster display. Now this is the one that you get. You get this one to pose your Godzilla, and the other one is more like a poster type if you want to keep for collectors. Now this one does have this in the background so you can display Godzilla with him. Now this is what I think you have to do. You have to fold this like that so it does stand somehow in the back. Now if I am doing this incorrectly, please comment down below. This is the only way that I think I found. I don't really want to mess with this since this is a collector's thing right here. So this is how you would display your Godzilla. So you obviously want to recreate the same pose that happened in Godzilla King of the Monsters. Other people might be saying that this probably sucks, that it doesn't look that good, but I think that, hey, at least you're getting something than nothing, right? So it's better to display your Godzilla any way you want. They're pretty much telling you to recreate this exact pose from Godzilla King of the Monsters, so that's why you are giving this extra poster to display your Godzilla. If you want to display him like that, you don't really have to, but it's like an option that they're giving you to display him as it is right now. And of course, I'll show you guys some cool poses and all of that. personal opinion, I think this is the best Godzilla 2019 from S.H.MonsterArts because it includes the ultimate package, what a true collector, any Godzilla fan would want in a collector's pack right here. You get a beautiful box, you get two beautiful posters. One of them is to display Godzilla 2019 with, to recreate the beautiful scene that we got in Godzilla King of the Monsters. And then you have a little book to my left, which tells you about the movie, I believe in Japanese. It gives you beautiful pictures, posters, like mini posters and all that. And to my right, you have your DVD set or collector's edition. You have Godzilla in front. On top of that, you have Rodan, Ghidorah, Mothra. Now, this is going to be very expensive. I know I told you guys at the beginning of this video that if you didn't get your hands on one, it's going to be very expensive. Even before this came out, it was already expensive, and you guys can imagine why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things, and I believe in total you have 3 different boxes, so it is kind of heavy if you think about it. And on top of that, the main point is getting this beautiful figure, this beautiful Godzilla 2019, which I think at the moment it is the most beautiful Godzilla 2019 from MonsterArts when you compare it to their 2014 version with the poster and the Spitfire version. This one looks and feels like an improvement from the Spitfire Godzilla 2014 with the overall paint, design, articulation. Everything is much better, and you guys know that the sculpture on the head looks fantastic. The effect, you cannot go wrong with this effect. Even though it's the same one, it is still pretty good, and I told you guys it is more translucent than the original 2014. Even though it's not getting hit directly with light, you can see the blue around his body like in Godzilla 2019, where he comes out supercharged and you see those hints of blue throughout his body, that he's ready, that he's full of radiation, and he's very powerful. So that's what you get with this type of feel. On top of that, on the tips of his spikes you have hints of black, and it's not just full blue or all of that. His eyes are done in a beautiful translucent blue with silver touch. The box, I told you guys, it is beautiful. So overall, for this particular design and special edition box, I would have to give it a 10 out of 10. You cannot go wrong with it. If you have the money, go for it. Yes, it might be expensive, but in my opinion, it is definitely worth it, and I do recommend this. Now, you might be asking, which one should I get, the original 2019, this poster version, or should I wait for Burning Godzilla? In my opinion, from what I already saw, Burning Godzilla won't include anything fancy. From what I can tell already, it's only going to be the figure and maybe the same effect done in red, if not just nothing at all. So it is up to you which figure you get, regular or this. Now, if you don't care for the extra, fancy collector things, then by all means get Burning Godzilla. I think he is going to be beautiful as well. You cannot go wrong with a translucent figure. Now, I know a lot of people were bashing Burning Godzilla, including myself, and a lot of people say this. Whenever a figure has translucent plastic, it loses a lot of details, and I can tell you that that is not true for this figure. So I can imagine that Burning Godzilla will look fantastic as well with the same amount of details. And just look at that, guys. It just has a lot of details. No details are being lost just because this figure is translucent. And I will be doing a couple of shots for you guys.